with my head a little bit. But
Facts. How were you able to cope with that?
um, honestly, I think I just dove like head first into the music, and I just didn't stop. Like when I first started doing music, life kind of happened. I had kids, and I had to stop and shit. But when that happened, it was kind of like I was standing at the edge of a cliff, like for real. Like I'm ready to jump off this motherfucker. Like don't nothing mean nothing to me no more. I don't care about nothing at all in the world. Like I ain't care about nothing. So it was just like I don't know. It was that or this, and this helped me. It was like I don't know. It just helped me get all that shit off of me, and like it keep my mind on something different from only, you know what I'm saying? Because if you got an idle mind, you gonna think about shit you don't think about. If I'm doing music and shit, I'm constantly having to think. I'm constantly having to come up with something new. I'm constantly having to create. So I don't really have time to too much let myself fall into that thought process, you know?
I remember your first video that's on your YouTube channel was from 2017, and it was a freestyle that you did. So how deep into your career was that freestyle? Like what?
So that wasn't I wasn't even okay. So honestly, I think that video you talking about reopened the door. What happened was Twani Bo, he's a producer. He had a challenge. He had a beat challenge or something, and he was doing like a free beat and a free this or something if you do it or whatever. And I don't know. Somebody told me to do it, and I did it, and I won that shit, but they put somebody else number one instead of me, and I feel like it was political because I was a girl and they didn't want them to feel like they got hold on, did I win? No, I won Twani Bo's challenge. I'm tripping. I'm thinking about Feezy Films challenge. Yeah, I won his challenge, and I think he gave me a free beat and something else, and I think that kind of just, I don't know, that kind of like opened it up a little bit, like damn, like I could with that a little bit, but I really still wasn't really with it for real. Honestly, I was kind of just like still like doing life and shit. My little brother was messing around with the music, but I was still like just running around being a mom and shit, so I wasn't really tripping. Like it was for fun for real.
So I was gonna say, so you had your kid before you did the challenge?
I had all my kids before that challenge, Dom.
Because one of the questions I want to bring up too was like, how difficult was it to manage being a mother, also being a rap artist, trying to push your music out there?
Well, okay, so I'm gonna say when I first started rapping, I was 16. So I was having a good ass time. I was into it. I was creating. I was doing a bunch of shit. Yes, this is when I was 16. Before COVID. I ain't gonna tell you what year because y'all be trying to figure out my age. But this was a while ago, Dom. This is when I was a teenager. That's when I first started rapping. That's the question you was asking me earlier. So let me go back and answer that. So when I was 16, I used to be on 9-6 in Plymouth, and I used to be selling dope with the niggas for real. I ain't gonna lie. And one day I was standing in front of this man's house that was across the street from the house, and he came outside and he just randomly asked me like, "You know how to rap?" And I was like, yeah. I don't know why I said that because I didn't know if I did or not. I just said that. Mind you, I had just got off of a Greyhound from Oklahoma. I had just left Oklahoma. I was out there for a little bit. And on my way back on the Greyhound, I wrote a song. It was called Is You Mad? And we went in there. He was like, oh, I got a studio in here. You come record. I got some beats and this and that. So I was just looking at him like, I don't fucking know you. A whole strange grown ass man talking about coming. I'm not coming in there. So he ended up like bringing his wife and kids out and shit. And he was like, see, I'm not on no weird, you know what I'm saying? He was a pastor or deacon. Like I was talking to his wife, and then I got comfortable. So I'm like, all right, I'll come in there. I'll let everybody know I was going in there and shit like that. So I went in there and I did that song, and he was just like hella impressed, like hella impressed. And he ended up putting it was a rapper named Act Up back then. He was going crazy back then. He was doing his little, he was moving around. He ended up putting him on the song, and the fucking song went viral on MySpace. Like that's how long ago it was, Dom. It was MySpace days.
Yeah,
so
you did mention that in your Mars interview too.
Yeah, so the shit went viral on MySpace. I have people making fan pages. Like they made me a scraper bike. Like that was the most. I was like, what the fuck? Like that was a little scary. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little nervous. I'm like, oh, people all in my inbox saying all type of. But it was a little weird. But that's when I ended up a couple of years later having kids and having to completely just stop. So to go back to the question you just asked me, how difficult is it to raise kids and put music out? I think my struggle really comes from my younger son, because my other kids, they're really close in age. They're a year and a half apart. They 14. My daughter about to be 13 on Friday. So they kind of like self-sufficient. My younger son, I get him on the weekends, and the weekends, that's where I'm the busiest. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of become like a struggle with him, because he just wants to see me. Like, he don't want to do nothing in the world but be with me. And then, you got other people, I ain't gonna say their name because of certain purposes, but in spite of me, they'll make it difficult for my son to be happy. You feel me? So it's like, that's the biggest struggle I have, because you got grown-ups that'll sit up there and try to put in the kid's ear like she living her best life without you type shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just crazy to me, because I just love that little baby so much. But that's the most difficult part, honestly. Like, if I had respectfully, if I had a different baby daddy, I wouldn't have no struggles at all. But yeah, mine's hella spiteful. He hella mad. He ain't a part of my life and shit like that. So he be trying to make that shit difficult for me at the cost of my son. So it be putting me in a position where I be having to choose, like, am I gonna go to this show, or I'm finna go pick my son up? Like, or am I finna pick my son up, get a babysitter, and still go to the show, or am I finna stay with my son tonight? You feel me? So that be the struggle right there. But it's like, nigga, my son wants shit. My son likes shit. So I need to go get the money so I can go get that shit my son like. So that's the push and pull. That's the struggle with me. Everything else is like, it's good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my kids are hella dope. My son sing. Like, my daughter hella artistic. Like, and I grew up with my kids for real. I had them young. So, like, they with me, I fuck with them, and they don't make shit difficult for me. I don't make shit difficult for them, and it's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just my younger son, because he's still young. He only 8. So that's the struggle, getting him to be older. He need to hurry up and just get older.